had quite a year. We've had some successes, we've had some failures, but we learned a lot. I'm going to have the team come up now and tell you about our year. We're going to have the directors come up and our chair of membership and marketing. And now, my favorite daughter who's led the community services. Come on up, Sarah.
Thanks, Dad. You know, when I asked to take on the role of service chair, I had an idea of what I wanted to do, but it was really our community outreach that brought into focus what we needed to be doing. When we matched our community assessment with our member survey, we had a plan that we could feel confident in executing. I'll start with our project to fix/replace the awning disaster, and I call it a disaster because it was. We had actually planned to just hire professionals to replace the current awning and make it structurally sound. But what we ended up doing was something totally different. And for this, I have to give credit to Phil. Phil went out to arrange a time to have the awning replaced and spoke with the executive director of the facility. She said that she would prefer we just remove the awning altogether and that the grant monies be used to pour a concrete pad that could be used by the facility for gatherings and other community events.
If I may, we actually were able to use the executive director in a video for like promotion that we had her talking about how she was so appreciative that we listened to her and we actually provided her a facility that she really needed, an infrastructure that she needed for her facility. And what a difference that made. And I gotta say, it got us a lot of social traction. So the last time, our little issue with the awning, that got us 1,000 views. This time, we had over 2,500 views and 100 shares. That's huge.
Thanks, Jess, for all of your help promoting that project. It really made all the difference. And no doubt, our mentor program that started this year was our biggest success. Though we only had 8 members dedicate themselves to the year-long project, all 8 will be continuing through next year. Our presence at the Youth Center has created quite a buzz, and participation by youth has increased exponentially during the year.
Sarah, no doubt, this project absolutely kicked off our membership efforts this year. We had the executive director join the club, and 2 other Youth Center volunteers join immediately after that. In addition, we had 2 additional people join the club during the year because of their involvement and because of our involvement in this project. This really added to our numbers and our diversity.
Yeah, and I really want to thank Sydney for giving us this great opportunity and believing that we could make a difference in his organization. And for joining our club, because I really like him and I'm glad he's here. Thanks again, everyone, for all of your support. Next up is Mr. Shrimp himself, Jimmy.
Okay, I told you that shrimp was going to be big, and it was. But without the help from the Youth Center, it wouldn't have been quite as good. Their support to the event really worked out. It wouldn't have been this great without them. Here's a couple of the facts. First, we had a 50% increase in attendance. Normally, we bring in an average of 200 people. This year, we had 300 people attend the grab feed. People say the best time they had was seeing the kids and talking with them. And the amazing part was that normally we make a net of $13,000, but this year we made $30,000. 50% going to the Youth Center, 50% going to our club foundation, which means that we made $15,000 or $2,000 more than we've made before. I call this a win-win.
And for the first time, we actually had membership inquiries at an event. How great is that?
That's incredible. You know, we were able to really do a lot to promote this event on our website, on social media, as well as on the Youth Center's website, and that made such a huge difference. And we got some earned media from the local TV and radio stations, and that really gave us some incredible exposure, drove a lot more traffic to our website, drove up the ticket sales like crazy, and increased how many sponsorships we got, which really helped feed into all of it. It was awesome.
I ain't gonna lie, it was a lot of hard work. More than in the past, but it was totally worth it with the results. This is our biggest fundraiser ever. And I especially like to thank Rich, who will be coming up next, because he brought in a lot of those great sponsorships.
You know, it's great to see so many smiles in the club. I can't remember a time when there's been so much excitement. I'd like to thank everyone who contributed to help us get some sound and video equipment so that we could not only have more fun at our meetings, but also make it possible to broadcast our meetings on Facebook Live and have speakers from outside our local area speak to us via video conferencing. I truly had a lot of fun picking out music for us to listen to during our meetings. And I appreciate all of the suggestions given by the members. I think having all the different types of music added to the excitement of our meetings. In addition, I'm grateful for the referrals for speakers that a lot of you gave to me. It was easier to get them to speak if they could do so remotely, and our new equipment made that possible. I should point out that our most popular speakers were our own members giving vocational talks on what they do for a living. And it's been great to get to know each of you better. A big thanks to Jess for putting together the upcoming event slide we showed each week with the date, time, and location of all the upcoming meetings and events. Please keep those suggestions coming. I think we can do more to add fun to what we do during each hour that we spend together every week. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, and hey, guys, all these changes that Rich has put in place here, I mean, the impact of that has been incredible. We were only getting about 40% attendance at our meetings. We're now up to 70%. Thanks, Stacy, for getting me those numbers. I really appreciate it.
And Bill, I should also mention that all the efforts we put into broadcasting the meetings and the events really brought in a lot of guests. I mean, we had an average of 5 guests per meeting this year. Last year, it was pretty much none. So yeah, thanks again, Stacy, for keeping track of those numbers.
Awesome. Hey, Jess, can you stay here for a second?
Sure.
I just want to give credit where credit's due. I mean, without Jess's efforts this year in posting all of our events online before, during, and after each event and meeting, we would not have had the results we had this year. I mean, we've had an amazing turnout. We're much more visible in the community, and our impact is much better known. And without you, that wouldn't have been possible. So thank you very much. So I guess it's my turn. So as your membership chair, I'd like to report this year did not work out like we had planned. We'd hoped to only lose 3 members and hopefully net 3 new members, but we ended up losing 5. I never wanted to think that we could lose members due to health issues, but this year we lost 2. As sad as that was, we also lost 3 great long-term members. They just didn't agree with the changes and decided to move on. But there's a brighter side. We gained 10 new members this year and had a net gain of 5. We are younger now and more diverse than we've been in our history. And I think we're more reflective of our community. I'm proud of this change, but I can in no way take credit for it all. This was truly a team effort, all the directors working together. It was truly everybody that you've heard from today. In addition, I'd like to thank Phil. Phil really stands out to me because he selflessly agreed to be our greeter all year long. Thank you, Phil. And so I guess Hank's letting me have the last word, so okay. Here goes. I'm pleased with the progress we've made, but I think that we're far from being done. We've had 10 straight years of membership losses, but this year we were up 5 people. That's up 10%. We are younger, more diverse, and definitely having more fun. We've learned, however, though, that some people can put Rotary ahead of their personal issues, and some people can't. But I'd like to think of John. John told me as we started on all of this that he didn't agree with any of the changes that we were making. But he knew that if we were going to survive, that we had to change. And I'd like to point out, John's still here. So where do we go from here? Well, I got 2 words for you: review and revise. We're not done. We need to look at what worked this past year and what didn't, and how we can make things even better. So if you're asking yourself, we're done? No, not even close. I think we have a long way to go, but we're on the right track. We started a membership committee this last year that really helped me connect more with our prospective members. We had a person from the membership committee sit with prospective members at every meeting. That really helped them connect with our club and understand our customs and our cultures. That membership committee has also yielded your next membership director. And once again, I'd like to thank Phil for filling my role next year.
And I'd like to thank Stacy for agreeing to be my president-elect this year. Stacy will be your president next year. Congratulations.
It's hard to believe that a guy who couldn't even find a place to sit at the first meeting he attended is now going to be your president. But here I am. And I love the path that we're on. So thank you for your faith, thank you for your support, and thank you for your hard work and continued hard work as we go into next year. This meeting is adjourned.